is there anyone here for a 2 o'clock appointment today with Mrs. Norton?
Me?
Hi, how are you?
Good,
You
how
can
are
follow me to my office.
Okay.
I'm sitting right here, okay? I'll
Yeah.
take a seat right here. So I'd just like to take a moment to reintroduce myself. My name is Charlotte Norton. I'm a licensed social worker here at the ABC agency. I see here your name here is Joanne. Did you have a certain name you want me to call you, or is that okay?
Joanne is okay.
Okay, cool. So was there any traffic getting here today or anything?
There was a car accident, just like,
A car accident?
yeah, it was.
Wow.
I guess the other guy didn't stop and.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
hopefully
awful.
everyone's okay. I'd just like to set a time frame for us here today. We're going to have about 45 minutes to talk about whichever you would like. And I just want to take a second. Are you aware of confidentiality? Okay. So basically it is whatever we discuss is kept between us. And if you decide that you want to say something about harming yourself or anyone else, that I'll have to report.
Okay.
So I just want to let you know about that. Is that okay with you?
That's okay.
And what brings you here today?
You know, I've just been having a lot of anxiety because I'm so scared of falling asleep. I feel like I'm never gonna wake up, and I'm scared of what's gonna happen tomorrow, and I just feel so anxious to just even like think about falling asleep.
Okay, so you're telling me that you have a lot of anxiety about going to sleep and you get nervous.
Mm-hmm.
So the nighttime must not be such a good time for you.
It really isn't. I try to be as normal as I can. I turn off the lights and I just close my eyes and I really try to fall asleep, but it just comes back to the time where it reminds me that my mom passed away.
Oh, okay. So when did your mom pass away?
She passed away 5 years ago, and she passed away because she was sleeping. She took some medication, and we don't really know what the whole thing happened, but she was just like, I'm sorry, I'm just very.
Oh, it's okay.
So like she took the medication, and next thing you know, she just fell asleep and she just passed away, and we still don't know why. And I feel like when I try to go to sleep, my mom is always there. I can just imagine her, and I'm just so like scared and anxious that that's gonna happen to me.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about your mom. That's obviously a very hard thing to go through. Do you have anyone, like, where is your father in this situation?
I actually live with my father and my two little brothers,
Okay.
and my dad and the rest of my family thinks that I'm just being crazy, that this is not real, that I'm just being dramatic about the whole situation. They really don't understand that that I'm actually going through a hard time, and I usually just talk to my grandma about it.
Okay.
And she just, I go up to her and I tell her like what's going on, and it seems like she really like understands me. But last week I was talking to her about it, and she says that maybe I should seek some help, and that's why I'm here, because my grandma told me to come.
Well, that's nice that you have your grandma to,
Yeah.
maybe push you a little bit towards getting help, because it's always good to get help, and it's always good to have someone just to talk to you about how you're feeling, and
Yeah.
So, how do you express your anxiety normally when you start feeling it coming on? How do you tend to express it? I noticed that you're twirling your hair, so.
Yeah, I know, it's not just that, like, I tend to, like, just, hold my hands and tap my foot a lot. It's every time I try to express myself to people how I feel about sleeping, people, like, I guess I just get very anxious and people don't understand that. And it just makes me very, like, sweaty, and I'm just nervous. I always want to sometimes I feel like pulling my hair out because it's just so much for me.
So you feel like no one understands you. You feel like almost like as if like you're an outcast because you can't sleep at night and you try to talk to people about it and just no one understands like where you're coming from. Okay. So I also noticed you were tapping your foot. Is that I'm assuming that's another thing you tend to do when you get anxiety.
Yeah, I tend to tap my foot a lot, and sometimes we're at the dinner table, and when my dad brings out like maybe like stuff that my mom had, like her clothes, it just gets me so anxious. I start
Mhm.
tapping, he just yells at me,
Oh,
like
really?
there's no support in this whole situation, and I just really hope you can help me out.
Okay, so you feel as if you have no support whatsoever. And so who else do you share a bedroom with anyone, or is it just you in the bedroom?
It's me and my sibling.
You and your sibling. Now, is this the younger brother you mentioned?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you intend to talk to him at night when you can't fall asleep?
Well, actually, my dad, since he noticed that I've been turning on the light a lot, and I
Okay.
haven't been sleeping, which affects my little brother.
Mhm.
So my dad like doesn't want me living there anymore,
Oh, okay.
and he kind of like wants to send me with my grandma, but I told him that we're family, and he really doesn't understand that this is really affecting us as a family. We're supposed to be together,
Yeah, definitely families should stick together, and yeah, I can understand where you're coming from, definitely. I actually have a packet here with some coping skills maybe that you could use to deal with your anxiety and other things. So I'll show this to you, and you could take this home with you, and you could look at it whenever you feel. We'll do it together really quick, and I'll show you how you can do it.
Okay.
It's coping skills for anxiety. It's actually a deep breathing technique. So you sit comfortably, okay, and you place one hand on your abdomen. Okay, so you can breathe in through your nose, deeply enough that the hand on your abdomen rises, holding in the air in your lungs, and then you exhale slowly through your mouth, and with your lips puckered as if you're blowing through a straw. The secret is to go slow, timing inhalation for 4 seconds in, and then 4 seconds out through your mouth. Practice this for 3 to 5 minutes, and it should help. It explains on here more clearly, and you can read it over yourself. It shows pictures also how to do it. So, and there's also other things in here: progressive muscle relaxation, challenging irrational thoughts, imagery, just some things you can go over. I think
Do you
it'll
think
help
I can do it with my grandma? Cause I
Yeah.
really feel like she will help me out.
I think that she would love to do it with you. I think it's a good thing that you guys can do together. And I put it in this envelope here, so you don't have to have people see or anything that you're taking this home with you. Keep it
Thank
confidential. No problem. So how do you feel about what the things we've talked about today? How are you feeling?
I really think I got to express myself, and I'm gonna feel a little better, and I feel like this is gonna really help me out because I've never thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
Since I don't really want to take medication, I feel like this would be
Yeah.
a big help. And I would like to set an appointment with you again.
Okay, so when are you available for your next appointment?
I think Tuesday will be good.
Tuesday? Okay, yeah, we can do Tuesday.
Okay.
I'm glad you got to come in today and open up, and I hope that you take the skills I showed you and maybe practice them a little bit, and next week we'll see how you're doing.
Okay.
Okay, nice
Sounds
meeting you.
Nice meeting you.